everybody, it's Elizabeth, aka TheElizaMouse on all the socials. I am here today doing a really easy DIY. I am going to be showing you guys how to make this Mickey or Minnie, depending on which one you want to make, or if you want to make both, cork boards. This was a $2 DIY, everything I got from the Dollar Tree. I'll show you the materials in just a sec, but I had so much fun making these, and I hope that you guys love it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. For this craft, we are going to need a foam board from the Dollar Tree, a cutting mat, a Mickey head template, I just googled and cut it out, a cork board sheet that I also got from the Dollar Tree. Then we're going to need an Exacto knife, a pair of scissors, a marker, and some tape. We're going to go ahead and take out that corkboard adhesive, and once we take it out, we're going to take our Mickey head template and we're just going to put it on top and figure out how big of a piece that we need to cut out. Once I have that figured out, I go in with my scissors and I just cut around the Mickey head so I know that it's big enough, and then we still have room to make the bow. Now that it is cut out, I'm going to go ahead and take off the backing to the adhesive, and I'm just going to stick it right onto the foam board. I'm once again taking the Mickey head template just to be sure that it is the correct size. Then I'm going to take my cutting mat and put it right underneath so I don't scratch up my table. I'm then taking my Exacto knife and I'm just going to cut out the foam board to the exact same size as our cork board. Now that it is cut, I'm going to go ahead and take off the edges. There were some pieces that still needed a second go for the Exacto knife, so I'm just kind of taking the knife and cutting it all the way through and then lifting it up. Now we are going to flip our piece over and once again take our Mickey head template and put it on the side that the foam board is on. We're then going to take some tape and we're just going to tape it down and secure it. We are now taking our marker and we're just going to trace the Mickey head onto the foam board again, and this is going to be our guide to cut it out with the Exacto knife. At this point, it did stop recording, so I'm just gonna have to show you an example. But what I did was I doubled up on the bottom with the foam board just so I once again didn't cut through anything with the cutting mat, and then I just took my Exacto knife and traced around the edge. This one is after it was done. I just wanted to show you an example. Then I'm taking the leftover corkboard material and I'm tracing it onto a piece of paper. I'm then deciding how big I want my bow to be, and then I'm freehanding, just drawing that bow. However, if you don't want to freehand it, you can easily print out a guide on Google and then cut and trace it as well. Now that I'm done drawing the bow, I'm just going in with some scissors and cutting out my new bow template. I'm now putting the bow up to the head to make sure if it's the right size or not. I ended up deciding that it wasn't big enough, so I just went in with the template again and did a freehand outline again, just bigger, and then once again cutting it out. I then thought it was a good idea, since I freehanded the bow, to make it more symmetrical, so I folded the bow in half and I ended up cutting it down the center just so that both sides would be the exact same. I'm then going in with my Exacto knife and cutting out a foam board square and reattaching that cork board onto it, and then I'm going to go in with my Exacto knife and cut off the edges again, just to make everything even and the same size. Next up, I'm taking my bow template and I'm just tracing it with my marker again, and this is going to be our cutting line for our Exacto knife. So I'm once again taking the Exacto knife and cutting all the way through, all around the edges of the bow. As you can see, there are some rough edges around the bow, so I'm just going to go in with my Exacto knife again, and I'm just going to trim up the rough edges and make it nice and clean. So this is how it looks. I'm going to hot glue the bow onto this one. I also did make a Mickey head. It's up to you if you want to do the bow or not. This is how it looks hot glued as the Minnie head. This video. I had so much fun with this DIY. I'm so excited as I'm growing my pin collection. I don't have too much right now, but I'm getting more. And I had so much fun making these. I love that I have a Mickey and a Minnie. If you do decide to do both, make sure to get both corkboard adhesives. So you want two and then just one foam board. Definitely does the trick for these. But yeah, so if you enjoyed more Disney content like this, hit that subscribe button. I do decor, DIY, makeup, Disney bounce, you name it, I probably have a video for it, or at least one coming up for it. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment, and let me know, will you be trying this DIY? I would love to know. And if you decide to, please take a picture and tag me in it on Instagram or TikTok at TheElizaMouse. Same exact handle as my YouTube. Thank you all so much for watching again, and have a magical day.